unpopular political opinions. Some of the unpopular political opinions. Oh, you go to political opinions. Oh, you go to political opinions.
Subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I am your host, Shawan Burns. In today's episode, we are going to talk about Jennie Mai and Jezzy. They are going through some, I guess, tumultuous times. Anyway, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about DEI. We got some other things that we're going to talk about. So, without further ado, we are going to bring up our super producer. Super producer, are you with me?
Yeah. And it's Monday.
And it's Monday. Monday.
Yeah. Holla if you hear me. Because
Hello.
I'm just like, it's Monday again.
Mhm.
I feel like I only got one day. So it was like Sunday on Saturday.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think by the time Sunday got here, it was Monday.
It was Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah. I hear you.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Mm.
If
What's-
y'all are in the room, come on, say something in the chat so that we can speak to you.
Monday must be Shade Monday.
Listen, I feel like people are driving around with their glasses on, maybe, or they at their desk with their glasses on because it was one heck of a weekend. And they like, listen, lady, I ain't got time.
I got time for
I
that.
really just go and talk your ish because I ain't got time.
Right.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Right.
No
right.
problem. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Don't you expect me to stop in the middle of my broadcast? Oh, okay.
Jim
Now,
C. Jim
hey,
C.
Jim is
First.
always, let me tell you something about Jim. Jim plays the piano.
Mhm.
He takes like photos of the universe. He has one of those telescopes that could take photos of the universe.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Absolutely amazing. Good morning to you, Jim C. Thank you for always tapping in and following directions. I don't know where the rest of the crew at. Carrington, Toy Mafia. I don't know where you at.
Maybe they had a rough weekend.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they did. So anyway, let's get started because I've been given another mandate.
Yes.
I
got things to do.
Yeah, I do too. So we're gonna start out with Jennie Mai. You said you were talking and saying things were tumultuous. This divorce has been going on since 2023. We are now in 2025. Little Coco about to go to school, and we still dealing with this. Like, make it make sense, okay? It says Jennie Mai gets police involved amid divorce dispute with Jezzy, and y'all not gonna believe why she called the police.
It was really ridiculous.
She called the police because Jezzy wouldn't let her get some of her things from his Atlanta home. Ma'am, this divorce been going on for 2 years. Why are your things still there?
I don't understand why she couldn't. You have enough money. Tell Jeezy to mail the shit off to you. Excuse my language, but come on now.
I feel like
he doesn't trust her. This is the problem.
Let me get on this screen.
Mhm.
You have money. Buy it again.
Yeah, and what things are you needing that's so, like, important to you, um, that you, like you said, can't buy it again? I mean,
So
you
you
lived without it for about a year and a half.
you left the rice cooker and you like, I
I
want my
want my
rice
rice
cooker.
cooker. Mhm.
Like, say what? Like, girl, just buy it again because the man obviously don't like you. He tired of you.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying he right?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
saying, why continue this back and forth? I don't understand why we make it so hard during a divorce. The man clearly don't want you. Why are you making it so hard?
Well, I think with her personality, this is I never been a fan of whatever thing she was on. I forgot what it was. I never watched it that much. One thing I do notice about her is she's always the person that controls the relationship. Even with her last husband, she really controlled the relationship. So she initiated, "Hey, we want to be together. Hey, I want to get married, and hey, I want a divorce." So she initiated all that process, and then now she got with Jeezy, and he initiated all those things that she was, quote unquote, in control of. So it's probably different for her to say, for a man to reject her. I think she's having a hard time.
I think high value women are very shocked when they're rejected, but I mean, they're people just like anyone else. And if you ask me, these high value women have more issues than a regular woman does.
When you use the word high value because of her pay, she's like
Yeah,
saying,
because
okay,
because of her status and
okay, yeah,
the amount of money that she makes and
okay,
you
mhm,
know,
mhm,
um so they have more issues than a regular woman have. Me personally, this is what I feel. If you have a celebrity, right? I never
mhm.
feel that they should date another celebrity. I always feel like they should date
Just
another
a regular person, right?
high value now a woman that makes just as much money as they do, but she don't have to be a celebrity. And I feel like, okay, are they aware of this? Are they aware that there are women out there that make just as much money as they do, but are not in the limelight? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, men, they don't put the stipulations like women do. I think some men do, but majority of men, they don't care how much money you make. If they like
Uh,
you.
I don't know. I feel like with the recent things that have been going on with these
Mhm,
relationships,
mhm,
I feel like they have the right to start doing that, and I think they should.
mhm,
Because then for me, it cuts down on a lot of this type of drama. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Because okay, look at Jeezy. What if he had a went for a woman who was a real estate mogul, right? So she's making just as much, if not more, than he is. And
mhm,
she's not in the limelight. She just moves around, you know
mhm,
how she moves. Uh, if they had gotten a divorce, it wouldn't be this messy. Because I feel like Jenny Mai, she's used to attention. She wants attention. I feel like she does something like this every time her name is not being mentioned in the blogs. You know what I'm saying? Because right now she's not on a talk show because before, she got married and had Coco, she was on talk show.
mhm, mhm,
And so she was being mentioned, if not every day. Now she still got work and she's still doing jobs, but there's nothing like being on TV in front of every day, in front of people every day and being mentioned,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
And so I feel like when she feels like, she's not being talked about, then she goes over there and bothers Jeezy because she knows it's gonna make the news.
mhm. Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
I,
I could see that. She's I think she's a messy person, actually.
I don't
A
know. I
messy
think that,
person.
people get addicted to attention. I
Yeah,
think that she's very addicted to attention.
yeah, I agree with that. The only problem I have with it's not well, I don't have a problem with her because I don't know her, but the only thing I could see that Jeezy should have had a red flag. You was with this man, this other husband for years. You never had a baby by him. And remember what she said, reason why she had a baby by Jeezy versus this guy. It was
Mm-mm.
like to me, are you trying to um almost trap
Oh,
Jeezy? It's like w- because she was married to a normal guy, prior to meeting Jeezy.
well, confusion for me was when he didn't get a prenup.
Maybe he
That was
felt like
straight confusion for me because, like I said, like I think differently than people. If you are gonna marry another celebrity and you're a celebrity, you should always have a prenup, always. And if they don't want to sign one, then you shouldn't get married
it should be a red flag.
because if you love me, then you love me,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It wasn't my money that you loved. It wasn't, my home that you loved. It was me. So you should be able to sign this. You got money, you can get your own home. Or if we're combining homes, then keep your home and rent it out. Make an Airbnb out of it or
Well,
whatever.
and I think that's what the breakdown of their relationship because, he looked up one day, I guess he came home from tour and she done moved her mama in the house and the
That listen,
brothers and
that's
he
not
was like,
that
I didn't
wasn't
sign up for the shit.
that was going on when he was dating her. So that's why I said to me, I don't even know why you did this and didn't talk about it because her parents and her brother and everybody was already living with her when he was dating her. I don't see how that he thought that that was going, and that's their culture, right?
Yeah, they
So
do
you
have.
get in and start dating somebody, you don't know their culture, you don't know their habits, you know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
visiting this person and you're like, okay, their family always over here. Me, I'm be like, well, when is they going home? you,
Yeah.
when is they going home? And if you say they live here, I'm be like, oh, okay. And I'm gonna
But
start
like you said, this should have been like talked about
right. I feel like,
before, like,
what
oh,
did they
what
do?
and like Jeezy, are you kind of slow though?
Right. I
Because
feel like, what did you do?
if you going over her house and mama and grandpa and
I mean,
nana and
everybody, everybody. This was
everybody's
not like
always oh, so they live with you? Oh, this is what we do. This is my culture. And that is their
right.
culture.
Yes,
They
and that's
do
why I'm
have
saying,
second, third
okay,
generational people
you
there.
did not research, you didn't do it. Like, listen, super producer is for the research, okay? E- Even in
And
dating.
but you know what I'm saying? Maybe he did say, "Hey, I like my own space. I like my maybe that was the thing and she did it anyway because I don't know if you read that article. When when he filed for divorce, she didn't even know it. She found out like when we found out
I feel like
because it
he did
said
it
in
the
one.
same way he found out that her family lived with her. That's what
Yeah,
he did.
that's basically he came home and like, who the hell are these people?
No,
I
they was
come
at
home
her.
from a
See what
world
he thought,
tour.
what he thought, I'm dead. What he thought was, okay, they had the honeymoon. They was
Mhm,
alone. They went when they came back from the honeymoon, then they went to his house, right?
mhm.
He didn't think anything of it, you know?
Or maybe he thought, oh, she's gonna pay the mortgage over there.
No, I think that he thought, okay, that's over. They gonna stay at her house. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I think that's what he thought. Okay, they're gonna stay at her house.
And he thought wrong.
After she got pregnant,
Oh no.
I know you
we
didn't
need
think that.
everybody on 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 deck to help me raise this.
And then, those her culture is very pushy,
Yeah.
so,
Mhm.
that's how, oh, but they take care of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And for me, I just feel like he didn't do that right. He didn't ask. He didn't read. Cause how you gonna write a whole
He
how you
didn't read.
gonna how you gonna write a whole book, sir, and then don't read about the culture that you're marrying and it's not your culture, right? It's not you're not
But black
marrying.
folks we do that shit all the time.
No, we
Even
don't.
with ourselves, we don't deep dive in like, "Oh, I wonder
No, I
what happened
mean
to your
like
daddy? What happened to your mama?"
no, not like that. I mean, we don't move in with our like my parents didn't move in with me when I got married. So
Oh, hell
that's why
no.
that's why I'm saying he didn't that was some surface level. He could just look that up and said, "What's this? What's their culture?" Right? And it would
Yeah.
have told him those things. It would have told him that, you know, they cohabitate. It would have
Yeah.
told him that. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm just
I
like,
think a lot of cultures do that besides white Americans and Black Americans. We don't
right.
but Africans, they do the cohabitat 'cause
Well, not these
sister
not these American ones,
no, not
but
the American
yeah,
ones, but
not
the
the
one
American ones.
my sister brother, he's married to I don't know if she's Ghanaese or
Guyanese.
Guyanese
Excuse me.
or a
Mhm.
Nigerian, but when they got married, her mom moved in, she lived in the basement.
But what see,
And he
and
was
this is the
like,
thing.
"I'm
You
tired of
you
this
you
shit."
gotta start looking that stuff up because if the mom is not married,
Oh, she
you
definitely moving in. She's
right. I
gonna be
mean,
there.
there's certain rules, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So if the mom is not married, and I think it's maybe the first child that gets married, if the
that's
mom is
who
not married, then the mom goes with that child. You know what I'm saying? Because of their how they take. But you better start looking this stuff, child. The way I be, listen, whatever. Because we in 2025, the way I be deep diving people is insane. And who was your mama? And what did they
right.
do?
What did they do? Yeah.
And did you come from a two-parent home or a single family home? If people want to know why, you need to know this because I tell them because I need to know how to deal with you. I need to know how you're going to react in certain situations, right? I may
Mm,
be generalizing, but at the same time, I'm going to basically know,
mm,
what's going to happen. But
mm,
yeah, no.
mm.
And so this has been going on since 2023 and I'm thinking to myself, Jenny Mai, you didn't have the baby, no prenup. Take this child support. Let this man see his child and find you another man.
She trying to paint Jeezy like he's abusive and all that
Right.
crazy stuff.
Like,
And he's
boy,
not. He want her to respect his boundaries, and she doesn't know how to.
I'm so pissed because the way this man is never going to get married again is insane.
See, what he shoulda did is stay with that lady he was with before he got with Nia
He's going
Long.
to be a 50 cent until the day
Oh,
he
yeah.
expires,
Yeah.
which is very sad because I feel like he was very good to her. I feel like he was very good to her. I was really actually surprised how good, right? I was really surprised because Atlanta men, they rough.
Oh, for real? I thought they
They
was like,
rough.
the Southern type of, you know. I never
Okay.
dated nobody from
Next
Atlanta, but
case. Next case. For me, I don't even think the Southern men thing exists anymore, to be honest with you,
oh, you
because
need to find you a man from Alabama. Yes, they do.
no, ma'am. My mom lived in Alabama for about 10 years. But my
Mhm,
family is from there, so I spent summers there,
mhm.
in Enterprise, Alabama, which is close to Dothan and Birmingham,
Yeah, that's
Opelika.
where
Hey, all of
my
y'all.
husband's people from Dolton.
Yeah, no, I ain't even gonna say that because they got their own set of issues. Next case. Okay. I think this is yours.
Oh yeah, this
You,
is
you want me to play this? How long
yeah.
is it? I don't
Play
know.
play the clip.
Okay. Whoop.
It is haunting video. Our 8 News Now investigators showed you here first. Two women walking hand in hand through a strip casino with the man they would eventually kill. This afternoon, those two women are beginning their sentences in prison. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators were the only TV crew in the courtroom for this emotional sentencing. David Charnes here with how many years they could be serving behind bars.
Yeah, right, Denise. The pair took a plea deal, sending them to the Department of Corrections for at least 10 years. Today in court, the family of the man they killed repeatedly asking why they did it.
I would like to send my condolences to Brian's family.
21-year-old Erica Covington apologizes for killing a man inside a Caesars Palace hotel room before a judge sentences her to prison.
I deeply, genuinely apologize for the grief and the pain that has been brought upon you guys' family.
She and 22-year-old Ariana Taylor killed and robbed 25-year-old Brian Altamirano Solano in May 2023. This video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shortly afterward shows the trio walking hand in hand minutes before the murder.
No le bastó con robarle sus pertenencias.
Altamirano Solano's father speaking with the help of an interpreter. It wasn't enough just taking his belongings, he says. They had to kill him. Altamirano Solano and the girls were in his room for about 15 minutes before one of them pulled the trigger. Police finding a cartridge casing they say matched Taylor's gun. Altamirano Solano's mother joining the hearing remotely from out of the country. The pain that I felt was so deep, she says. I felt like I just lost my life. I had so many questions. Why? Why my son? Police work to find the women included comparing these Instagram videos to surveillance from several strip properties that night. Officers arresting the duo 2 days later. Altamirano Solano's father again speaking through the interpreter.
Pido justicia por mi hijo.
I ask for justice for my son.
Police nor prosecutors have ever said which woman they actually believe pulled the trigger. Nevada law allows charges against all people involved in a murder, not just the person who did the actual slaying. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
So, David, the judge sentencing the women as per the plea agreement. While the minimum is 10 years, the maximum is 25. And the decision on when to release them will eventually go to the parole board.
I looked at this and I thought these ladies, you could tell they don't have any remorse. They don't feel sad. They just think it's another day. You know, they wasn't even crying. You didn't see no type of like remorse on their face. You know, I thought it was really sad. You on mute.
You know, this saddens me because of the ages.
Very, very sad.
21 and 22. You got between 10 and 25 years. So, what did they actually get sentenced to?
They didn't really say. I guess they took a plea deal, but it didn't really say how
So
many
let's
years they.
say they're 21, 22. You get sentenced to, let's say, 15 years. Let's go in between. And we say 15 years. The best years of your life are gone. Are gone. When
Yeah.
you come to the parole hearing, because she said that the parole hearing gets to decide if and when they get released, right?
Right.
So I'm like, what if you get to the parole hearing and they're like, no, after 10 years. So now you're going on and you're probably going to finish the rest of the time. The best years of your life are gone. You've missed birthdays, you've missed funerals, you've missed graduations, you've not had any children. And I mean, let's face it, in our society, allegedly, you're supposed to be rehabilitated in there. But actually, you come out knowing more criminal things than you did when you went in. So I'm skeptical about it's going to be hard for you to find a job when you get out. Now we're going into 2030. Like, you done missed all types of technological updates. That's what really makes it very difficult for people when they get out of prison to cope. That's why most of them go back, because they're not able to acclimate themselves
With
to
the
the outside.
technology, yeah.
So this is just sad. And why did you need to do that? And why would you do that? Like,
Yeah, you could have just robbed the guy.
you could have just done nothing.
Well, I mean, if you
Because
wanted to steal from it, you could have just
he
took the
probably would
money.
have just paid you and went on about his business. He was
Well,
in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in.
stays in. He was on some trick stuff. That's
I
probably what
mean,
he thought
he
he was
probably
gonna
would
get
have just
some.
paid
Yeah,
you.
some.
He probably would have just paid you or gave you whatever you wanted. Like, this is insane. This is in, like, what have these women been through in their life that they thought that this was something they should do? Like that. And yeah, like you said, no remorse, no crying, no nothing. Like, we are living in a society full of dangerous and horrible kids.
Soulless. I call them soulless kids.
I
Like they
don't
don't
know. They're
have
gonna
any
be
soul.
hollering. They're gonna be hollering one way or another when they depart this earth. Because, wow. Good morning, Selma Haywood from New York. Good morning, ladies. Just got home from an 18-hour shift, but made it to see my fave content creators. Oh,
Thank you,
girl,
Selma.
you go ahead, sit down, be dozing off like Shawan do. Go ahead. Just watch the replay.
She's
Cause
not
you got a
talking
reason.
about on the
Cause you got
episode.
cause
She's
you got
talking
a
about
reason. You got a reason. This one over here, never have a reason. Just
I
don't.
do have I work.
Just don't.
I work hard.
What? What you say? But yeah, so that scares me. It scares me that they could sit there and look at these people's families and not even have any type of emotion. That's
Yeah, that's sad. It's
that's
very
very
sad.
hard. That's
Yeah.
We got some hard women.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Is this about the? I don't know, because I don't know. It should be, right. This is the New York Times. Let's see.
I
Let
don't.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's no.
It's one of those reading things.
Oh, okay. Well, you go ahead and tell us then.
Okay, so this is Trump. This is one of his another executive orders. Trump to ink new executive orders today banning transgender service members from the military and the military DEI programs. He's saying DEI is illegal and racist. So he's banning these type of programs, not only from the military but throughout, and transgenders in the military. I don't have a feeling no way or another. I know some people are enraged about DEI, but I think DEI was only a symbolism thing after George Floyd killing, and people are just saying, "Oh, our company, we're going to create a DEI program," and never really do nothing. So that's how I feel about it.
First of all, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion was never something that was created for Black and brown people. It actually was created for those other people, because we are the ones that usually invent things and have the ideas to propel these companies forward. So it really wasn't for us. So you all need to just calm down, simmer down, because it'll be back when they little companies start going downhill because they don't have no new and fresh ideas. What you need to do is get yourself together and start your own business. That's what you need to do. And then when they try to come and hire us back, tell them what we own. Tell them we'll come on as a consultant and you can pay me X amount of dollars. Go on, name your price. Because DEI wasn't never for us. It was always for them. So that they could get our ideas and be able to use them in their companies to propel their companies forward.
That's an interesting take on it. I never thought about it that way, but I know the majority people that benefit from DEI is the LGBTQ community and white women. I mean,
Like
that's
I said, it wasn't never
is,
for the black and
know,
brown community. It was always for them folks. Y'all know them folks I'm talking about. It's always for them. It was never for us. Did it open up the door for us to be a part of companies at a higher level? Yeah.
I still
But
don't agree with that. I don't think
it
so.
never
I don't think so. I think
was
white women took advantage of that. And
it was the way white women took advantage of it was that they stole our ideas when we was working under them. That was it. So all y'all out there crying, this, that, and third. Listen, do your boycotting, but
Who?
simmer down. Do your boycotting, but simmer down. Don't. We ain't gonna riot and loot over this. Cause this was never for us. This was always for them.
Well, no, they boycotting. They
But
boycotting.
you should because you
Yeah.
have the right to.
But
But you should.
you're trying to boycott Target. Why are you trying to boycott Target?
First of all, you're gonna see less and less
Mhm.
representation of the black and brown communities in these stores that remove this program.
I don't think that's the case.
That is
Like
the
even
case. Listen, you can say you don't think it's the case, but watch the products. I'm gonna go in there and
but
I'm never
DEI doesn't um DEI does not say, "Hey, I'm going to buy this black owned product." I don't think that's the mandate.
DEI is
DEI
not
is for hiring your human resources.
DEI is for inclusion, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That means that
Exactly, but in hiring, right?
nope.
Your
That
HR,
means
your
in
human
everything.
resource
No, that means in
department.
everything. That means Target as a company is going to decide not to work with any black or brown businesses. Like Tabitha Brown may cease to be in a Target.
It's okay. So let's. Only reason why I totally disagree with this, your take on it, because if it sells, it sells. Are
This
you
is not
saying that they only uh, acquire Tabitha Brown, the lip bar, baked is is a makeup company, and other black um owned products is because of the DEI and
that is
not
correct.
because, hey, these products
That
sell.
is correct. Because that is correct. Because listen, they can have their products online, which you can buy Tabitha Brown's. Since we're using her as an example, you
Mhm.
can buy her products online, right?
Through Target, or are you talking about just
No,
Tabitha's
just
website?
online. Like you can go
Okay.
to her hair care line. They
Mhm.
have a their own website.
Okay.
So you can purchase that online.
Okay.
So instead of being now the thing about it being in the stores, this is
Mhm.
where the diversity, equity, inclusion comes in, where um y- they bring stores in the and they bring products into the stores that represent the Black and brown communities, so that I don't have to wait for my product to come in the mail. I can easily access it and just buy it, right? Off the shelf. Like in a Sephora or in a Target or in a Walmart. Also, it gave the expansion of products, right? Of product lines. And I can go in and get the type of gel for my hair. There's all different types of hair types. 1C, 4C, 3C, there's all different types. And so I can be able to go to Target and get the gel for my hair type. Right?
Yeah, I think that's separate from diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm thinking diversity, equity, and inclusion is just, hey, we're committed to advancement of, you know, minorities within our company. We also, but this is a side commitment. A side commitment. Hey, we want to attract. We service this area, so we're going to attract. We're going to buy products to service our people, or the people that we do business, in the area we do business in. They're not going to sell the same type of products. Was it L'Oreal products? For like you said, 4C hair versus if they have Tabitha Brown's product on the shelf, or that what is it called, Carol's Daughter products. Is made for Black hair care, so why would they stock their shelves?
So let me just interject this here right quick.
Okay.
Selma, you said TB products were in Target before the DEI thing. They were selling quite well. Not in all stores. There are 3 Targets near where I live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
1 Target sold Tabitha Brown. 1. Then guess what? We bought those products completely out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The next, I think it was because when they brought it out here, I went to that particular Target and brought and stocked up. So I had like a 6-month supply. Okay.
Okay.
So when I get to the end of my 6 months, I went back to the Target store. The 1 out of the 3 that are near me, and tried to get, and they no longer carry it any longer.
But are you talking about just recently, or are you just talking about
No, this was
back
back.
in the
This was
day?
back in the summer. This was
Well,
way back in the summer, like spring.
I think that's the buyer though. I don't think that
And
have
that's
it.
why I'm telling you, it's going to affect Black and brown products. Because if you have the white woman now in this position, where is she gonna be thinking? Oh, let me get Tabitha Brown. Oh, let me get the
Well,
real Judy B kaleidoscope in here. Let me get Larkin Lovely. Let me get Carol's Daughter. No,
well,
that's not gonna be.
it sells.
It-
If
Even
it
if it
sells,
do
it
sell, I just told you we bought Tabitha Brown out. That store was crazy. The day that Tabitha Brown's hair products released in that Target, and the day that was also the same, I think it was like a month after that, she released that clothing line in there. And then she released some home items in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We tore that store up. The line was so long because I told you 3 Targets, only 1 near me was selling the product. Now, if we're going with y'all theory that if it sells, it sells, when we sold out that 1 Target, why couldn't we go to another Target then and get it?
Well, that's not how they. So say for instance, you get whatever product they decided to super produce a product. We're gonna buy so many units of that product in our first order, and we're gonna see if this sells, and we're gonna supply it in maybe 200 Target stores. So if it sells out, then maybe we'll ink a new deal, saying, hey, will sell it in 300 Target stores for the same amount of unit. But a lot of times it doesn't work out because like even the lip bar is offered in Target prior to DEI. But the Target that I'm at, they don't carry a lot of the lip bar products only because I think because of the demographics. A lot the demographics doesn't cater to carrying the extensive supply.
I'm gonna let you all continue to think this, and I'm gonna continue to monitor it. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do
but you got to
because
see the
I
sale.
know
You can't just
exactly
you can't
what's
just
gonna
say
happen.
no, but you can't just say, hey, they're not carrying our products anymore. You got to go off the sales. Now,
Listen, if I was
Target
going
is,
to, if this was my target and I was going there, and a lot of us black and brown people were going, we sold it out, and now you're telling me that you no longer carrying it, even though we sold out the whole entire section. Every time they used
but
to
it's not
fill.
just one Target. You got to think about, okay, if Tabitha Brown was offered throughout the Targets, and we throughout the Targets, it sold out in some of them, and then some of them didn't sell out. So now we're going to uh, decrease our order of what we're buying
So
from
you're gonna
Tabitha.
decrease your order at the one target that was selling out
I'm just
everything? I'm just
I-
asking. Is that
if it
how?
makes
That's what we're saying?
if it makes business sense, it makes business sense. This is
Okay, well,
why
I'm just letting you know that I'm
we
gonna monitor it because I don't agree with what you're saying, and it's not gonna happen that way. These black and brown businesses and these products are going to be severely hurt by this. Period.
I don't think so
I'm
because if
gonna
it was
go into these places, and the black and brown section is going to be completely dwindling down.
well, like I said, if you got to go off the sales, even when DEI Target made the DEI mandate saying, "Oh, we're not going to never leave the community after that George Floyd stuff," but then they found out like, "Oh, in this particular community, they just stealing from us, so we
Y'all
have
are
to
y'all are
shutter
up
the
here talking.
stores."
Y'all are up here talking about hiring practices, right? I just asked you if they're not going to be hiring someone that looks like me that's going to be thinking about all products across the board. Then why do you feel like it's not going to affect the black and brown products? I'm
But
just
why do you
confusion.
think? But why do you think Target? I'm just using Target as an example. Why do you think Target is not going to hire black people?
I'm not saying that they're not going to hire black people. I'm saying for me, that's not going to be because they don't have to make sure that the numbers now are you know balanced, where they're hiring a diversity of people. They no longer have to do that.
Okay, so Costco, this is another example. I didn't pull up Target numbers. I wish I would have because Target, they do hire a lot, especially black women
Yeah,
in
but
higher
now
positions.
with
Before,
that being
even
gone,
before DEI, my
with that
girlfriend,
being gone, that's not something that they have to continue to do.
but no, even before these DEI mandates came about, my girlfriend got hired as a store manager, and they paid her a 6 month salary bonus, but she had to move somewhere else. They always Target always been about diversity, I
We
guess
shall
you want to
see.
call it,
We
but
shall see.
but
Because when there's no law in place where people can have a legal recourse against you, we
if
shall
you're
see.
no, if it's a no, if you're actually discriminating against someone, you do
There
have a
is no
legal
you don't
recourse.
have legal recourse
What
because
do you
there is no
mean?
longer a diversity, equity,
Diversity.
and inclusion
Okay, so you're
mandate.
saying
There is not
nobody's
one.
ever sued for racial discrimination practices prior to
I
DEI?
mean, you can sue for
I'm
whatever you want.
confused.
The mayor of Dalton is proof of that. You can
No, I'm
sue
just saying.
for whatever you
I'm
want.
talking about actually achieve. We do have the EEOC, Equal Opportunity Employer. That still
I
exists.
just told you that I was fired from Amazon. I am still going through litigation while I was on medical leave. The EEOC, I reported it.
That has nothing
They
to
were
do with
supposed to be.
DEI.
I'm just saying, the EEOC, I reported it, right?
Okay.
Do you know how many cases these people get? I mean, I don't know where I
But
am
that
in
doesn't
on
mean
the food
your
chain.
case is gonna go sour. But what
Cool.
I'm getting at,
I don't know.
Costco's, say for instance, Costco says, hey, we're not getting rid of our DEI program. Look at Costco's statistics. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up for you because I
Sam,
looked
I
at it
got a
this
question.
morning.
If it was never a law, why do we need an executive order to get rid of it?
Here's Costco's statistics. Where is my? So Costco said, hey, we're not getting rid of DEI. This is our workforce diversity.
I read this.
They had white 45.8%, black 9.3%, Hispanic 31.8%, Asian 8.2%, and other. I don't know what the other would be, I guess Indian or whatever, but other race. That does not represent the population of the United States.
I don't know.
Matter of fact,
Maybe
you could even make the
I'm
claim
not saying it represents the
Costco is
population
being
of
racist. Am I right?
no,
Why
because
can't you?
that could represent the population of people that applied.
Exactly. So
But that's the number of people that applied.
My point. The population of people that applied, or hey, they have a Hispanic person that's over the hiring manager, and he tends to hire mostly Hispanics.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know, and it's gonna be up to whoever gets in the seat. So if like I said, if a white woman gets in the seat, then she gonna have the right to choose.
Is that being racist?
Maybe it could be, because she might be.
So
she might be a Karen.
This is you're proving my point, though.
She might be a Karen.
You're absolutely proving my point.
She might be a Karen.
No, not
Uniquely
necessarily.
his. Let me see what it say. My local TJ Maxx Marshall's Home Goods appears only to hire Hispanics, and I've seen a lot of Pakistanis and others. Basically, no blacks.
Because
So
they
who is
have a
benefiting here?
Pakistani and a Mexican hiring manager. They looking out for their own people.
Like I said, I will monitor and we shall see. If I go to my local Walmart,
They
and
looking
I
out
don't
for their
really go
own
to
people.
Walmart, so I can't
And
really
then
tell
you
you.
had
I do a lot of
look.
ordering online, so I don't really go there.
Look,
Target,
but
I was going there to get my Tabitha Brown hair care products, but since they stopped selling it, I don't go there.
but you,
So
it's best for you to order straight from Tabitha Brown because she's getting less
no, it's not
profit margin.
because
Why
no,
not?
it's not because
She's getting more money if you order directly from her.
listen, it's not about money for me, it's about speed.
I'm pretty sure it's about money for Tabitha Brown.
Well, that can be that's okay.
Order my stuff in Target. No, order
That's
my
okay
stuff from
for
my
her.
website so I could get a more profit margin.
That's okay for her, but that's not what she did. She allowed her products to go into the store so that I could easily access them because she knew that her shipping was slow.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
She get paid either way.
She don't get as much money.
I ain't got nothing to do with her deal. I have nothing to do with her deal with Target. She asked me to go buy it, and I did. So she wasn't that asked. But I'm gonna keep an eye on.
Keep an eye on it. But one thing I want to point out. So your boy, what's his name? Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton since
he ain't my boy because I don't know what you're talking about.
He's the DEI king. Al Sharpton went at Costco's, bought $25, 1,000 gift cards, $25, 1,000 $25 gift cards. That's what I'm trying to say. So because they said, hey, we're standing up to Donald Trump, we're not getting rid of our DEI no matter what they say. But did Al Sharpton pull up the statistics? Do he know they not hiring no black folks in Costco's? They mainly hire Mexicans. They have a DEI program, and 40% and 35% of those
Hispanics
people
are
at
part
Costco's
of
are
Hispanics
Mexican
are a part of black
Hispanic.
and brown. Hispanics are a part of black and brown, so I don't see how that's supposed to make me upset. But at the
That don't
same
make you
time,
upset. Your
for
black
what?
people ain't
They
getting.
black and brown. It's the black and brown people. So why should that make me
Look, if you
upset?
ask any Hispanic, they ain't part of
And
your
they're not gonna
community.
be here.
They're not
They're
trying to
not gonna be
claim
here
no
for much
black folks.
longer.
Talking
They're
about
not gonna be
we.
here for much longer with these ICE raids. So
Oh
somebody else
no,
will have to be
well, you
hired in their
can't just
place
say
anyway.
not you're being. That's a real racist statement. So you're saying
How?
that the Hispanic people that's working at
How?
Costco's, they don't have a green card?
How? I don't know. It's not about you having a green card. I think it wasn't it. Isn't his mandate if you don't have a birth certificate?
No, girl, where you get that from?
No, somebody that is a thing.
That is not a thing.
That is a thing.
Illegals. You didn't cross the border. If
That
you
is a
got a green
thing.
card, you're here. Oh, you're here legally.
That is a thing.
Not you're making stuff up, girl.
How am I making stuff up? That's a thing.
No, he did not say that. You talking about birthrights. You talking about birthrights, and they're going to the Supreme Court about birthrights. But they're doing ICE raids on illegals. You crossed over the border illegally. That's who's being deported now. They're not talking about birth certificates or anything like that. If you're in the United States illegally, you cross the border illegally. That's who's getting deported. And if you committed a crime, they're going off of people who committed a crime and over here illegally. But then if they happen to run into you and you hanging around the illegal criminals, they're going to deport you too.
What do that say?
Birthright citizenship. Do you know what that means?
What did it say? What did it say?
Birthright
Trump
citizenship.
aims to end birthright citizenship. Says
But you're talking
American
about birth
citizens.
certificates. That has nothing to do with birthright citizenship.
So
my son might not have a birth certificate if I didn't apply for one.
But your son was born here. So he can have a birth certificate and probably still has one. Doesn't mean just because you didn't get it, he don't have one.
No, this is
It's
not
on
what that. Read
file.
the whole article so you
It's
can
on
understand
file.
what
I asked the
birthright
question.
citizenship
I
is.
asked the question.
And yeah, you're
And I
going in the
said
wrong
what I said.
direction. You're
I
going in
said
the
what I
wrong
said.
direction. Like, what are you talking about?
I said what I said.
Okay.
This right here was scary to me, but I know that people are doing it. Alabama woman is only person in the world with a functioning pig organ, reaches record 2nd-month milestone. I don't know how long, if they did another one.
I've heard of these.
Oh man, I hate these.
It's not the real.
But I feel like I don't know that I would do this. Because
yeah,
I've seen the inside of a pig.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how are they making that work. These are the things that I'm like really leery of. And how did they determine that a pig organ would work? I mean, how many people did they experiment on? Did they experiment on people to do this?
I don't think
feel like
they
had to.
experiment. You know how the cloning, you know how, I don't know if you heard of like
They
say
said they're genetically altering pigs so
Mhm.
their organs are more human-like to support
Yeah,
a
like
severe
a
shortage of human organs that can be used for transplants. And PETA ain't saying nothing about this. I know they having a fit.
I think they're cloning them.
The Food and Drug Administration only allows pig organ transplants in special circumstances for people who have run out of other alternatives.
She received the kidney.
Yeah, which is you know, well, she's still, so my mom had kidney transplant this summer. So they keep your old kidney you still keep that inside you, right? Just in case you reject the new kidney. So for me is she still has her old kidney just in case they have to go back. She have to go back on dialysis or whatever. And she has this genetically altered pig kidney inside too. What I'm saying is, who did they experiment on? Because I feel like they had to do this on a human first, to see
if it works.
Right, because you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna make a genetically altered pig and yeah, this gonna work.
It's kind of scary, but
Are we okay with this? Are we okay with genetically altering animals? And
I think like I said, I think they're doing like cloning and stuff. I thought it was illegal to do the cloning, but even with like skin grafts and something else I was reading, but they actually grow it in the lab. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's what Selma was saying, but at the same time, I'm still asking, how are they determining that this works? That this
they got to experiment.
Right, and who are they experimenting on?
Maybe homeless people.
Goodbye, Shawan.
Oh no. Well, there are trials. So there are trials. You gotta sign up for a trial. Hey, you need a kidney. We have this trial that we're doing. It's not a guaranteed outcome, but this is leading technology. That's how people sign up. Hey, if I'm dying, what the hell? I'll sign up for it. If I don't have any family members that could give me their kidney and I'm dying, all my things are tapped out, and they said, hey, we have this leading experiment technology, and just to let you know, this is not from a human, it's from a pig.
Selma, how do they I know that you just said, Shawan, trials and things like that, which I'm firmly aware of trials, and because I get those things across my phone and my email all of the time because of the medical community. I subscribe to a lot of journals, but and I know that this, is something that they do, but how do you get permission for something like this? I know that
it through the federal government.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, to me, I don't think I'm okay with this.
With the experiment. Well, I mean, that's how they get a lot of drugs approved is trial. They go get it through trials, and then
I'm okay with the drug trial. They do that stuff on, like rats and things like that. But
before they, when they switch it to after they try it on, animals, they switch it to human trials.
Right.
That's
they
like the last phase.
They have a lot of those companies out here where they pay you to be a part of all, these trials and things of that nature. Yeah, this one, I don't know. This one is a little bit far for me.
I don't know if you remember years ago they talking about they cloned a chicken or something or a geese.
Yeah, I'm okay. I understand all of those things.
Like,
I just don't know genetically altering a pig, and
they
then
genetically alter our food. So why the hell not? So, I mean, we've been eating genetically
They
altered.
don't make it okay either, and lots of unknown diseases, come behind that. And so that's why I said, for this, and then putting it in your body, I would be concerned, all in the name of the kid. Now, the thing that baffles me is this kidney list. That because my mom was on a transplant list for years, and there's for me, at the rate at which people are like passing away, especially out here in Chicago,
it's high.
Yeah.
So the kidneys is not taken. Is that what you're?
I don't know, because like for me, like it's been like a lot of young people, right, that don't have the driver's license, have a driver's license and say, "Oh, I'm a donor." So it
Oh,
has to be the
yes.
family that
Yeah.
says
Yeah, you could
you can
donate
donate their
their
organs,
organs. Okay.
right? And
Mhm.
so, I just feel like I don't know if that is even necessary. We be doing things sometimes that I don't know is necessary. Um, and like I said, last night alone, there were 3, no, 4 children killed.
In the car accident?
No, gunfire.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, and it's just happening out here like daily. It's happening out here
Yeah, and you
daily.
won't normally list your kid, "Hey, this kid is an organ donor."
Right, that's what I was saying. There is
Yeah.
no way for, unless the family says, go ahead and, just donate whatever you can. And I don't know how often that's being asked by the hospital
They probably ask all the
or
time.
yeah, I don't know. It
Mhm.
just, things are just happening out here so rapidly. And the wait list out here is so long. Um, but however, even with that being said, when my mother got her kidney, there was like 5 kidney surgeries that day.
Oh, wow, that's
So
crazy.
I'm like, wow, that's a lot of people that expired. In I don't even know what type of time because you have a time limit where you have to get to the hospital too.
Okay, they
To
say,
receive
"Hey,
right. They
we
have a
got your
time
kidney, you need to be
right.
here in an hour," or something. Okay.
Right. And so my mother, when they called her, she was at work. And they were like, "Can you be here at 5:30?" Girl, it was like 3:30 in Chicago. Like, did you just ask me if I could be there at 5:30? It is 3:30 in Chicago. What you think I'm taking a helicopter? You sending a helicopter for me? That's what you're doing. And so
She
that's
was
why I
able to
said,
make it though, right?
yeah, this part summer. So, me and my brother have been tested,
Mhm.
and have put our information and things out there. I'm sure that there's other, that's what I try to encourage people to do. Um,
I always wonder, is kidney a organ? So say for instance, I was gonna donate to you. Is this one of the organs that you could like slice in half and it grows repairs itself? Or
no,
you
you
just
got
need
2
the whole
kidneys.
so you could literally operate off of one kidney,
Mhm.
but say
You
for
have to be
instance.
very careful though. Once you donate your kidney, they tell you you need to monitor your salt intake. It's like, now you become um
High risk of stuff,
yeah, so
right?
you just have to make sure that you're living healthy. You see what I'm saying? Because now you only have one kidney. So your salt intake and all of those things become important. You can't just now you have to really monitor what you eat. You have 2 kidneys and 1 liver. So it's your liver that you can't live without. So um and salt and sugar is the 2 things you have to monitor once you have 1 kidney.
Man, that's
And so
crazy.
yeah,
So, I
it's
mean, I could see them doing, experiments on pigs. I don't know if you heard this. I thought somebody got a heart transplant from a pig too.
I think I did hear something
Yeah.
along those lines. All right, we got one last story because we got to get out of here. We're going to skip to this story and we out of here. All right. So we back to
Your
it. Little Stank
girl.
Booty says that the board's appointment of the interim trustee, which it was not the board's appointment, it
It was the
it
people's
was the
appointment. She's so
this
stupid.
this girl cracks me up every time how she
The bar was illegal. No, they
right well
wasn't.
she cracks
That
me
had
up
nothing to
how
do
she
with them.
like she confuses the facts
She do
because
that on purpose.
this was not the board's appointment. This was actually the people's appointment. And so we know that trustee Stephanie Wiederman is now the trustee. Meeting is tomorrow. The first meeting.
It's gonna be
Um,
off the chain.
she's upset because let me tell you, because they can have a meeting without her now that they have a quorum. So Lil Stinker Booty gonna be coming to a baby supply store near you to pick up her bottle and her pacifier because she is going to be doing a whole bunch of crying. So somebody asked the question the other night, how is it, can they have a meeting without her? Yes. What they will
Because
do
they have a
is
quorum.
they will vote to see who will preside over the meeting. Normally, they take the rules that is the longest serving trustee, which I think would be
Gonzalez,
either
right?
Darlene or Christopher. It's going to be between them two as
Darlene ain't
far as
gonna
the
show up
longest.
if Tiffany don't show up.
Well, ask on her, okay? If she don't, that's her. But in that case, it would be Chris, and they can go ahead with the meeting. They'll vote, decide, go ahead with the meeting, and get these little firings and these little investigations started.
Are they planning
Tomorrow
to
is going to
fire
be,
somebody?
oh yeah, 3 people. Employee ABC, allegedly, is Kamal, Keith, and William Moore. So Tuesday, if you're not doing anything, join us over at All in the Queue because we're going to watch an explosion of emotions. It's going to be all over but the kicking and screaming on Tuesday for the meeting. Because Lil Stank going to start the meeting, first of all, acting like she chastising
Oh yeah,
somebody's
you know
children.
she gonna have a 30-minute speech on
Baby,
about
and the first
nothing.
thing I would tell her is put that mic down because you ain't talking to Justice. Now put that mic down. Okay, so they're going to tomorrow. The first thing we're gonna hear is a whole bunch of crying, whining. It's illegal, and I'ma sue y'all. That's what we're gonna hear.
And the judge gonna
And
throw it out.
listen, the thing that's gonna crack me up is that she actually gonna file it. Max gonna file it. He gonna do it wrong as usual. I want to know. This man is messing up his entire law license for Lil Stinker Booty. You gotta ask yourself, why? What is he getting? Now he's trying to run for mayor of Hazelcrest. Hazelcrest, if you're listening and you're not watching and you vote this man in, good luck to you. We not coming. We not coming. Because you should be paying attention to your TV, to YouTube. I mean, this man is all over the place. Okay? So if you vote this man as Hazelcrest mayor, we're not coming. Don't you call for us. We ain't coming. We're not coming. Because this man is all over YouTube. He been all over the TV talking crazy, talking about some. Did you see him when they came out of court? I think it was for the St. Patrick's. And he said, the mayor have always been willing to cooperate with the judge's rulings. Lies. Lies. Lies, I tell you. Okay? Lies. So tomorrow, tonight, Lori Lightfoot report. All in the Queue will be in the building. You can view the entire meeting from All in the Queue. Please subscribe to Shawan Burns on YouTube and to Unpopular Opinion 2.0, which is this channel, on YouTube. Tonight, I'm going to be boots on the ground, or I'm going to be at the Lori Lightfoot meeting. I can't wait. I am actually so anxious that last night I was having heart palpitations because
anxious about the meeting today.
Yeah, because what is this woman gonna say, right? So if she says that there's been commingling of money, that's a crime.
Well, you know she's gonna say that. it's gonna be a doozy.
But listen, we have been waiting for the FBI to come in. If she says that tonight, that should not immediately when she
the
say
FBI should be outside.
when she say there's been a commingling of funds, automatically little stinker booty should be getting a knock on that basement door at her mama's house, and she should be going to jail.
You say in the basement. And
That's what
typically,
she
you know
said
she's
she
not
lives.
gonna show up.
That's
She's
what
not
she
gonna
said.
show
Oh
up.
no, she's not. She's not coming to this because she's gonna be afraid she's gonna get arrested. So she's not
Yeah.
coming to
You
this.
said she'll be afraid.
She's not coming to this. They gonna actually
Liza,
probably.
don't let me out.
They gonna actually probably have to hunt her down.
She gonna be she gonna be running in
This
Tijuana.
gonna be the manhunt. Do y'all remember that manhunt of the sheriff lady? I just watched that documentary, and I was on the edge of my seat. You remember the sheriff lady who busted the man out of jail, and they went on the run?
Oh yeah, yeah.
On Netflix. It's on Netflix. It
Yeah,
was so good.
I saw that. It is good.
That's gonna be them. That's gonna be them. Okay. So listen, I am so anxious. I'm having heart palpitations for her. Especially now with the accountant allegedly cooperating.
Yeah, because what's her name that's doing the investigation?
Lori
Lightfoot, she got that. She probably end up getting subpoenas for them.
Well,
or forcing,
She threatened him.
Yeah.
Allegedly, from what I hear, she threatened them to get subpoenas, which would then put them in a position to be prosecuted and still may be, allegedly, if they're found. But see, the thing is, they should be, because they are acting as the Village of Dalton's finance department, which should not be, but they are. So, yeah, tonight, boy, listen, I'm going to be riding around the city trying to see where all the police activity is.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's
And like I
crazy.
said, I think they living in a real world house somewhere. Kamal, Krigley, William Moore, Dodds, they all live in a real world house somewhere, because the way they got to her mama's house so fast, when they was having that protest out there. Yeah. How all of y'all getting here at the same time? Because you're living in a real world house. That's how nasty.
That's
Allegedly.
crazy.
Allegedly. But yeah, tonight, super excited.
That's crazy.
But anxious at the same time. Because if that woman, and they're going to be making noises like the last time. So whenever, she say, oh, it's been a cold meeting, they're going to be like,
oh my God. I know it.
I can't wait. I cannot wait, because this could be the end. We may not even have to get to February 25th. This might be
That
it.
would be great.
This might be it. I don't know.
That would be great. But I don't understand how she became the Democratic nominee for the mayor of Dalton.
When? For this race?
It's for this race. Ain't she the
because she's the incumbent, right?
Well,
because she's the incumbent.
Okay.
That would be the only way. And she decided to run again. And
well, I'm surprised House didn't want to challenge her.
Like, I feel them. For me, I understand it, and I understand it only because they're already in 34, 35 cases with her every day. Like, they ain't got time to add another one. Right?
And like she said, just beat me in the polls.
And they are.
You trying to be a leader, beat me in the polls. You can't beat me.
Right. So, but if you look at it, they don't really have time. And they have jobs. They got to support themselves. Their families. They have jobs. And listen, all she gonna do is lie. She gonna have some doctor documents. The doggone judge ain't gonna do anything because they haven't been winning on those type of fronts. You know what I'm saying? They've been winning in other fronts. And so I agree with them. Just let her do what she gonna do, because she not gonna win.
Right.
Because the way they tearing her down,
She getting ate up. Last week was the worst week of her life.
She caught so many L's last week. It was like
She
this.
gets the LLLs.
It was like this. And I don't know why she didn't quit then. I would have quit. I would have been crying somewhere in the corner. That's
She
what I
probably
would have
was
been doing.
crying somewhere or fighting the air.
Yeah, because listen, I wanted one of the news people to ask her, is your record still 25-0? You still busting down these cases?
You
Where
said
we at?
busting down
What's,
these
what's,
cases.
what's these numbers looking like? Like, no, like she wasn't 25-0 when she said she was 25-0. That took me out right there.
Up there
You know?
lying through her teeth.
But so this is going to be interesting. I get it. I understand them. You can't fight every little teeny little battle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that one is a little teeny battle that they can let her have because they're going to whoop her hind parts when it comes to this election. And she couldn't even get on the ballot for Thornton Township. So, yeah, that's not an issue. So she's no longer going to be whatever she calls herself. She ain't going to be that. She ain't going to be nothing but behind some bars after this is over. But, hey, do what you do. But that's it. That's our time. Thank you guys for joining us. Wyoming gal, welcome.
Wyoming gal in the building.
Selma said the liver repairs itself. So
oh yeah.
That was the organ you was looking for.
Yeah.
How is she still a mayor and a trustee? No, she a mayor and a supervisor.
Supervisor.
Wyoming gal, Jim C. Carrington, good morning to you. And yes, Wyoming gal. All right, good. Thank y'all for joining the conversation today.
It's been real.
X, you got 35 people over there. I'm gonna cut you off in the middle next time, X. Cut you right off.
X.
Today it was just a little
bit.
One person. All you gotta do is send one representative, and you try and be rebellious like your owner. Thank you, Jim C. Come on, Jim C. Thank you, Jim C. Oh my God, Jim C. I'm sure you didn't want to pay for that, and it ain't. Jim, you don't Jim try to play
his $10 music.
Jim, don't try to. Jim, those keys and those notes are not on the piano, so don't you go looking for them.
Those are some special notes.
Yeah, special is the word.
Thank you, Jim C.
Special is the word. My God, today, Lord. Well, y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I'll see y'all Wednesday. We'll talk about what's going to happen. We'll put that on the agenda for Wednesday, whatever's going to happen on this.
And Stanky Booty.
Little Stanky Booty is going to be furious. Her business and her slip going to be hanging tonight. Ciao.